that
Yeah.
kind of time.
Okay, I copy.
All right. Yo, it's your boy Lou, keep it a buck, and you listening to another episode of M.A.D.E. We got your two favorite co-hosts in the building. The man with the news, Cool Dave.
Yo.
And your boy Scar, everybody's favorite controversial person.
You're
Is that how you say it? Controversial?
yeah,
Controversial.
Is that how you say it?
Controversial?
Yeah, controversial.
I'm thinking, right? I don't know.
Is the Saints going to win
That's it.
today? Yay or nay?
Whoa.
Nay.
Whoa.
Listen,
Let's
Listen.
jump right into it.
man. We're gonna talk about these Saints too much more, man.
Yeah, because
I
in
don't know,
reality, who that?
Yeah.
Who that?
We miss
Listen, man.
Man, y'all lost to
As long as we got a better record than the Panthers, I really don't care.
the 1-5 Panthers.
That wasn't 1-5 when y'all beat us.
No, they're 1-5 now though.
Right? Not how you start, is how you finish.
Yo, speaking of your Panthers, man, what's up with your boy Robby Anderson, man? That halftime stunt
Antonio Brown Jr.
or whatever what he did on the sideline.
Yeah.
You know, he got sent to the locker room after that and got traded.
It ain't always about your talent. You don't know how to act.
GM was willing and dealing.
Well, I just think he just seen the team going. No, everybody wants to play for a winning team. So his way out was to act the fuck up. So
I think he was just frustrated.
So that's
with
what you think?
losing.
that's what I think. I think he
He was trying to force his way out?
had to force the trade.
Wow.
I'm saying, you don't think that it had losing had to, being 1-5 or you know?
Yeah, I think that's what I think. I think he's tired of losing,
Okay.
and I think now he figured now early in the season be his chance to actually play with a team that matters. I guess that's what you want to call it. So he forced the trade.
Damn, so I mean, with him doing that, you think that's gonna be like that's gonna start trends in the league?
Exactly.
Like for other people to just start doing that to force their way out?
Yeah. Nobody wants a player with an attitude. So if you think about it, every player that's acted out the way like that, they put him up for trade right away.
I wonder if the commissioner will catch on to that and
I think he was just
put something in place where they can't get signed for
Yeah.
a certain amount of time or whatever.
Hey, let them put something in place where they can't get paid. That shit will stop.
well. They have a rookie skill for that. You know, they have a rookie skill, and I think he's still on his rookie. He's only 3 years in the league.
Nah, Robby Anderson's a veteran.
Well, how many years in the league?
I don't know, but he played for the Jets for 2 years, I think.
Did he?
2 or 3 years, and that's where we got him. And he's been with us 3 years.
Okay, so he's probably on that. If he's been with you guys for 2, 3, 5, he's probably on that. They probably picked up his option.
I think we gave him to the Cardinals.
Oh yeah. For a couple, that's what I'm saying. He wanted his way out.
I mean, that'll be crazy to see though if that's your easy way off a squad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Honestly, I think he was just, you know, when you're 1-5, you're just frustrated.
that's what I'm saying though. Like
I mean,
He said he wanted to
passionate.
be on the field.
Now,
They
just a
weren't
way
putting
to
him on
be-
the field. So,
yeah.
but there's a reason why they wasn't putting him on the field. You figure our 2 top receivers is Robby and DJ Moore. So if he's not out on the field, it's for a reason.
Well, they put him on. They because of the outburst, and they already had traded him. Supposedly, the trade had went through at halftime. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Nah.
That's why he didn't play the second half. They said, go to the locker room. Yo,
that's
done.
crazy.
Yeah,
he was traded by halftime.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
see
no
that.
cap.
I didn't
Look that up. That's no cap.
That's crazy.
First quarter got an attitude. You traded by, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I think he kind of. I think that was probably weeks, and they told him, "Yo, just keep it behind doors, or whatever." And he just.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if he
won't
did
be
get
the first
traded
athlete. Yeah,
and don't know about it.
Yeah, but
it's happened.
The coach and him both had the same story. He wanted to be out on the field, and they weren't ready to put him in. So he got frustrated, agitated, said something to the offensive coordinator, and the coach, the temporary head coach, told him hit the showers.
Damn.
So,
but he got traded at halftime though.
I don't know.
That's on the. As a matter of fact, yeah, look that up. Damn. That's a real thing.
But you also thought we played Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Well, I think that, you know what I'm saying, I thought that, but this is current. That's like, this is before, this is pre Cam Newton. You know what I mean? Like
I was trying to remember who Seattle played in that
we
Super
talking
Bowl.
about
I don't remember
at least 10, probably 15 years prior to the
Was
Carolina
Seattle before
Denver game.
Marshawn Lynch or during Marshawn Lynch?
before.
Nah, yeah, this is before. This
Way
is
before.
Sean Alexander.
Exactly.
I think they played Pittsburgh, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going back. I think they played
Seattle
Pittsburgh.
played Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Because I think that was
And then that was
the
his
year
final
that
ride.
Troy Polamalu was wilding out.
But that was also his farewell tour, Jerome Bennett's farewell tour. After that, he retired.
Yeah.
And what?
That was that year.
Yep. So it was Pittsburgh, Seattle, Pittsburgh.
Seattle,
And
Pittsburgh.
while
yeah.
we on that, teams are shopping around for Christian McCaffery as well.
You fought it? No.
I don't. Nah,
We got
that was a change.
shop the whole team at this point.
Yeah, I know, but if you're willing to, I mean, he might be the best running back in the league to me, to a lot of people, but he can't stay healthy. We can't keep him on the field. I mean, it's so.
That's what I said at the beginning of the season.
If we can, and we, they
No
want
matter
a
how
wild pick.
much talent you got,
They
if
want
you
a
don't
wild
never suit up.
Right. But when he does suit up,
Yeah.
he's the man.
Yeah.
Cat. No.
He excuse me, but I think he's gonna get a big market. I think
we're gonna get a lot.
I think somebody who's a contender. I don't think he's gonna want
What's
to go to
his deal
somebody.
looking like right now?
Well, he just signed that. That deal was still fresh. He's only 26, and he signed that. What was that?
63?
Something like that.
63 million.
Okay. What,
Something.
4
Yeah.
years?
Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, but-
something.
He adjusted his salary because of the cap or whatever. Yeah, so he
Okay.
adjusts. He
He
actually,
took a cut.
he took a cut.
Yeah.
Paid
Well,
him in incentives, I guess.
sign-on bonus would probably convert into like a big, large lump sum.
It
That way, it looks good
converted
on the
into
cap.
incentives, whatever. So I don't.
Yeah.
know
Usually,
how that shit works.
they'll do the when they do that. It's not really. I don't want to lie to them and be like, oh, they're not really taking a hit. They're just. It becomes guaranteed
They're getting the
Yeah,
money.
it's
in a
to
different
get
way.
the
It's just-
money
yeah,
off the books.
off the books. That way, the
certain way.
cap
It's like getting
looks
Yeah,
good.
paid under
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
It's like getting a large tip.
Exactly. Well, it was going to come to them anyway, but instead of being broken up, here's that bonus.
Yeah.
It just converts to a bonus.
Yeah, it's just you get instead of on the front side, you get it on the back end.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. At this point, let's just fire everybody and start over. Start over.
That's
I
crazy.
don't think. I don't. Where would you see? Where would you see Christian McCaffrey going?
I don't know. I mean, it depends who gives us the best deal, but
Yeah.
I think
It's gonna depend what they want
Yeah.
because
they
that's
want a lot. I mean,
that's
I
what
was
I
reading on
mean.
the other
They're gonna
day.
try to recoup,
They
and they're gonna try to have to replace a roster spot too. So
they didn't name teams, but we
Mhm.
turned down 2 offers already. for 'em.
Already.
Mhm.
Wow. So it's.
I think he would look good in Pittsburgh. Christian McCaffrey would, for sure.
See, but I don't think he's gonna want to go there.
In Pittsburgh or in Baltimore, it'd be dope.
Baltimore would
It'd
be.
be dope to see him in
I think
Baltimore.
I could see him committed to Baltimore.
Damn, are they gonna pay Lamar?
I could see him committed to Denver.
they got to figure that out first.
He kind of fucked up. I mean, I was hyped. I texted like my family or my girl's family members, and shit, like my brother-in-law and my father-in-law,
Yeah.
and during the first quarter, like pay that man,
Yeah.
and then fucking finish watching the game, and you're like, never mind, never mind.
Yeah, but you can see that's the thing though.
It's Lamar though, man.
It is Lamar.
Like it's almost like they holding out, hoping that he fails, so that they have a reason to not pay him instead of looking for the reasons to pay him. Because I think he should have had a deal already.
Even if he has an okay season, he's worth more than Deshaun.
You think they're holding on to him for something else like bigger to come in the market for them to offer a trade?
Well, Jim Harbaugh already said he on record said he will get paid. He will get his bread. But
what are they waiting
Jim
for?
Harbaugh
I
don't
don't
make
know.
that decision
You
either.
know?
I'm saying usually when the head coach says something like that, I get like a little bit of because
We've also seen head coaches talk of a player. They say no, they traded.
yeah, but it's like
You building up market value.
True, but it's not like he can dip to free agency. Like I'm gonna go sign with Carolina. I'm gonna go sign with.
I think he's
tied
gonna
up for 2 years. They got the option that they're gonna
like I
pick
said,
up.
he's gonna end up in a holdout situation.
Well, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. But he's tied up for 2 years with them.
It sucks to see that though, man.
The option and the franchise tag, which you know they're gonna franchise tag him.
But now, what does that show another player that might be a star that's up and coming that will go to that team? Like, yo, why should I show this team any type of loyalty when I could show out, get MVP, and y'all still ain't gonna cut me the check?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
Yeah, I think he's going to end up in a holdout
he's
situation.
he's worth more fully guaranteed than what Deshaun got.
Of course.
Whatever Deshaun got, he's worth at least, if let's just say Deshaun was 230,
play
260.
more than half the season.
But they're not paying that guy. I mean, that was the Browns' decision to pay that guy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean?
but he's.
I'm sure
if you had to pick between Lamar and Deshaun, who would you pick?
Yeah, but if the Browns had Lamar, I'm sure they would have paid him by now as well.
Well,
So you can't really.
It's a different franchise. I get all that, but I'm saying they paid Deshaun because he was available, and they gave him that guarantee because of what he done. I'm just saying.
I mean, they took a risk.
Yeah, they took a risk, and they paid him.
They didn't know what the penalty was
saying.
going to be.
They paid him for what he's done.
You think about like us gambling on fucking games and shit. That was the biggest gamble I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, 230, right?
Bro.
It was 230. That's what I'm saying. He's
Somebody
worth.
that they didn't even know was gonna be able to play.
But my question is this though. But my question you was asking is Lamar not worth
Lamar
230 plus?
I like Lamar, bro. I like Lamar.
230 plus. He's not worth 230
but
plus.
I be biased because
because that's the standard now.
I like running quarterbacks. Cam Newton was one of my favorites. Michael Vick, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Lamar, definitely one of my favorites. So I like Russell Wilson, one of my favorites. I like running backs that take off. I like, you know what I mean? So, and they're built big as fuck. Like all these Lamar, Cam Newton, they're all built like damn linebackers. So that I love watching them play. They're fun to watch play.
Russell Wilson kind of struggling right now.
Right now, yeah. But he ain't the Russell Wilson he was in Seattle.
I blame that to the head coach, man. I think they need to call for his head. He needs to get booted out, man.
Booted out of what?
Denver. The head coach needs to get fired.
Oh, the head coach.
Yeah, because
it's
play call. I mean, he's a player.
I mean, yeah, there has been some.
It's been some questionable calls, man. I've been watching the games and I've been saying,
it sucks though because it seems like
I won't even call that in Madden
for Russell Wilson that he always get the short end of the stick on a play call. But I will also think, knowing that you're a veteran, that's what you do. Knowing that you've been in the situation enough times, I would feel like you have that voice to be able to change that play if you feel like it's not going to work.
It might be a domino effect too. Once they start firing coaches, everybody follows suit.
But what I'm saying, but he did. I ain't gonna lie. Out of all coaches in the NFL right now, you're paying Russ 2-something and some change, and you chose to kick a something-yard field goal. Yo,
instead of
having put the ball, we're paying this man 2-something. We want the ball in your hands.
So what was it for?
Win or lose, I'm cool with that.
4-1.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm cool with that.
I think
win or lose,
especially
that's what I'm saying.
And the game's on the line. Exactly. You're down. You're not even up. You're down.
We did that in the Super Bowl, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
Cam Newton, 6'5", 280 pounds, bro. And they decided to go ahead and punt it away instead of going for it on 4th and 1.
And that's what I don't get. So like at what point do you put the trust in the person that you paying all this money, knowing that he's a playmaker? This is what he does. At what point do you make a different decision? Like Russell Wilson, they lost a Super Bowl with that same type of call. Threw an interception.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? On the goal line.
Yeah.
4th and 1.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Everybody,
you don't go for it, knowing that you got a player like Russell Wilson back there and a running back that could get you a yard.
And I'm glad that you said that because you look at the box score of Denver, right? I'm so glad he said that. It's because even with the crappy, shitty play calling, Russ is still looking decent. Because if it was anybody else,
I know he said he was playing with a torn ligament in his shoulder or something.
That's what I'm saying. He's still playing somewhat for that system. It's first year, whole new system. We got to remember he was in Seattle for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a new program. New
program. And for him to perform, it's not up to par. It's not up to the rest we knowing. But he's in a whole new system with a whole new coach. In my opinion, that deserved to get the boot.
Right, and God bless these quarterbacks that play with injuries like that. Like my man Cam, like people bitch about Cam. They got a lot to say about Cam, but when Cam was playing with a rib cast, know what I mean, and he had the rib cast on, he had the shoulder joint on.
I feel like that's football though.
Taped up. That's a warrior right there.
Yeah,
bro.
I feel like that's football though, but
it didn't slow him down. He still ran the ball.
Yeah, Cam was MVP that year, wasn't he?
Cam deserved MVP that year.
Yeah, he was MVP that year. Hell yeah. He played big batter and bruise, and he still
there was no second guessing.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that goes to war on a Sunday in a football game that ain't gonna say something hurts or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
They dealing with some type of pain issue. That's kind of just the game. But we only gonna find out the star players is hurt.
Yeah,
playing hurt. You know what I mean. They're not asking the whole team, yo, who got something fucked up today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
If you're not on the press conference at the end of the game, you never gonna know who's playing hurt.
Yeah.
So that's just one of them things.
Yeah.
That's football.
Yeah. It's any given Sunday.
I don't know. I think I'm done with football this year.
Yeah, but like I said, now you start.
As a Panthers fan, I'll be done too.
Bitch, we 1-5.
I'm just giving you hope.
Yeah, I know. What kind of hope is that? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You 1-5, but shit might turn around. Shit, we did make the playoffs at like with 7 wins one year.
I mean, the good thing for y'all right now is you can't lose that one win.
Tom Brady's in our division. It'll never happen.
Speaking of Tom Brady, he lost to fucking Pittsburgh, man, to rookie Kenny Pickett.
Jesus.
Yo, that's the thing about, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day because I'm in this little football pool shit, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? The Bucks is playing Steelers. Let me use my Tampa Bay pick and get it out the way.
And you lost.
And no.
Shit.
Oh man.
I usually don't bet against Tom Brady, right? Because that's backfired plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? For some reason, the Steelers is a team that when they play a good team, they kind of match that energy. And I'm glad I didn't make the pick that I was going to, and I ended up not picking the Bucks to win that game. I picked the Vikings for that week.
Shout out to your natural instinct. And give it up.
It worked out.
Give it up. I got two professional sports analysts in the building. It worked out, man. Y'all niggas is smart, man. Both of y'all niggas know a lot. I know a lot.
I'm just glad I'm still in that pool. I'm trying to win that bread.
I can't really talk sports with y'all, man, because y'all know too much.
Speaking of Brad, we're good. It was just a foul mix-up on my fantasy.
Did you snap on them?
No. They just told me, everybody's going through that. It's some big.
So the app is down.
Yeah, the app is down. He said everybody's going through that. So I'm like, I'm cool.
Cool Dave made a threat and they put that.
Well, y'all put the battery on my back.
Let's go.
Y'all put the battery on my back. Talking about
Sometimes you got.
Thought they kicked you out the league.
Sometimes you got to put. Put your foot down. I mean,
I said no.
Yeah.
Throw
you out on some Jazzy Jeff shit.
Dave jumped in.
Hell no. They knew I was I was coming. I'll be willing and dealing, man. They call me Howie Roseman, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to the fantasy jump, man.
Jesus.
Call me Howie.
I ain't getting into the fantasy shit in a minute. I've been on a little break.
I'm tired of losing money, man. I used to do the DraftKings shit.
But speaking of sports, what's going on with Brooklyn, man?
With the Nets.
Yeah, man, they lost to the Pelicans.
I don't judge no team before New Year's.
Is it early for you? Is it okay? Yeah, you one of them type dudes, right? Yeah. How about you, Lou?
Who looks good this year? Well, Miami.
I mean, yeah. Well, Miami lost to my Chicago Bulls.
Miami. All right.
You a chick. You cost me money, by the way.
Man, you and your biased takes. We're not gonna keep doing this.
Bullshit.
Right?
I ain't never biased. Right now, yeah, I'm being a little biased, but that ain't me, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I ain't usually biased. That's usually the Eagle.
You bigged up Carolina every time.
Yo,
you bigged up Carolina every single time.
Week 1, I think
their team before the season started.
You go back to the footage. I think
that's
week 1 you was talking like, yo, we gonna be lit. We got
mean?
everything under control.
Everybody be gassed up. I mean, you bigged up the game. You were like, yo, there's no way we could lose. And guess what? What you mean? What game? The game that y'all lost.
I ain't big that up.
Yeah, you did.
No, wow, I don't remember that.
We talked about it. Remember when I brought it up and he was like,
so he was like, yeah, y'all gonna lose that.
Way.
That y'all gonna win that.
Yes, you did.
Yo, I mean, there was probably something.
You do, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But you do talk crazy like that, though. That's what I'm saying.
I low key laughed about it because I believed him. I was like, you're right. There's probably no way we could win that.
See?
Listen, man.
And then look what happened. It was like, yo, man, this for Lou. You don't believe it.
Let's go. We went in there and spanked that ass, nigga.
Oh. Listen, man. Take the only win you got. Take your football and go home, man.
I gotta take some.
How about that?
I need some. I mean,
that's all you gonna have right? When the season's over. That one win in the football.
One looks a lot better than a
comfortable
zero.
Ass couch.
You ever see a team on the record board and it say 0 in front of it? 0 and something, nigga. That's the worst feeling in the world. Shit.
You know, I don't know what that is this year. To lose?
Yo, shut the
wow.
fuck up. You
what is that?
We go.
What does that even mean?
Shout out to Philly.
Here we go.
Yo, I got a lot of Philly friends, nigga. Like a lot of
That doesn't
friends
compute right now. What does that even mean, losing? And we're on a bye? Yo, we're chilling.
Y'all definitely on some shit this year.
I feel like Mayweather right now. You know how when you're undefeated,
Wow,
you just want to see other people beat the shit out of each other.
shit.
You give a small compliment.
Chilling. I'm like Mayweather right now. I'm just chilling right now.
You want to
chilling.
go fly now.
They want to go
chilling.
crazy.
Right, Philly? We chilling right now. We on top.
Let me know when you get back to Earth.
Are you done?
Yeah, we on Earth. We 6-0. Y'all forgot? Do I need to remind y'all?
Talk your shit.
Yo, every Philly fan from here on in, man, let's check in. Let them know that we 6-0, man. And show love to one another.
Trust me.
If you see another good
let us know
Philly fan in the streets, yo, y'all out 6-0. Let them know.
Yeah, as soon as y'all catch an L, y'all be ready to kill each other.
Hey,
fuck out of here.
Yo, man, we got Pitt. We just ready for the Battle of Pennsylvania.
As soon as y'all catch y'all first L, y'all gonna start picking players y'all hate. Why they here? Why they on the team?
We'll boost in if we have to.
Shit.
We'll boost in if we have to.
Man, y'all the most ungrateful fans might be in the league.
Y'all are some badass fans, bro.
Y'all the most ungrateful fans probably in the whole league.
Well, yeah.
Bro.
Y'all the worst fans in the league.
Well, we're the most loyalist fan in the league. We'll settle for that. We'll settle for that.
When y'all losing,
the most passionate
y'all ready to
fans in the league.
For real. Losing. So that's cap.
y'all loyal to the check. That's shit.
Cat.
No, hey.
But like I said, right now, y'all
keep it a buck.
Y'all undefeated.
You know, you're the king of.
Just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Say that shit one more time.
Just keep it a buck.
Shazam.
Y'all cap.
Yo.
Y'all horrible.
We boo Santa. If we don't like where shit's going, we'll boo Santa. We'll boo the president if you bring him out there.
I ain't gonna lie. You know
if shit ain't going right, if shit ain't going right, we'll boo the president.
I was playing the game with my mans, and he's a Dolphins fan, but he was like, "Yo, I'm about to hop off the game. The game about to start." And I was like, "Nigga, the Dolphins ain't playing." My man was like, "Yo, it's Philly and the Cowboys. We gotta watch that game for the culture." I said, "Bitch, I'm hopping off the game right now." That shit made too much sense. Shut it all through the game on. I'm telling you, it's for the culture. You gotta watch the Philly and the Cowboys game.
And you fell asleep by it before half.
I fell asleep in the third quarter.
Just keep it a
Okay,
buck.
shout out to you.
I ain't gonna lie.
I thought you were gonna fall asleep before the half.
But y'all was winning, so
I ain't watched that shit.
Because he already knew. He went to sleep like, fuck.
It was a smoke session, and then somehow,
they started coming back, right?
Well, that's what we like to do. We like to give you a chance.
The score was like, what was the score? Like 26-17 or 20?
No, it was 20-zip or 23 up until the fourth, and then they started coming.
And
then I looked, and it was like they had like 17.
And then when Jalen Hurts needed to,
almost blew that game.
When Jalen Hurts needed to say, hold on, y'all really think y'all nice? What'd he do?
Oh my!
He would dart to
God,
Devontae Smith, a laser.
Yo, Hurts is nice though. I like Hurts.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
and Hurts we trust.
Hurts is one of them QBs.
That's what I'm saying. Hurts, don't it?
Listen, man.
I like it. Say this shit again.
Hurts,
like
don't it?
Like
Shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. That's his tweet. I can't take that.
For me, this is all deja vu because y'all always have a good quarterback for a little run, and as soon as he start fucking up, y'all be ready to get rid of his ass.
You see what they did to Wentz?
Well, he wanted out though.
Everybody Wentz was a bum.
But no, hold on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll give you that. But hold
on that.
That Super Bowl run, if he would have been stayed healthy, I'm talking about.
Y'all wouldn't have won the Super Bowl.
Okay, but he would have won the MVP. He was not having an
MVP.
I know that. It's all about championships. We get that, but I'm just saying individually though, he would not win the MVP. He was having an MVP season.
Having and finishing as an MVP season is.
We already know who finished. I'm glad the guy who finished. He got us a ring. I was at your crib.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we was lit.
Did you like Hurts over Foles?
Huh?
Did you like Hurts over Nick Foles?
After he won the championship? Hell yeah. I liked it. Foles over Hurts.
I was getting ready.
Foles. I like Foles until Jalen Hurts gives me a championship. Foles got a statue in Philly.
Scratch that though.
That's like Jordan shit.
Scratch the championship.
I'm just saying.
As a player and a person, do you like Foles over Hurts?
Over Hurts or Wentz?
Over Hurts.
Foles. Nick Foles.
Yeah. Do you
got us a championship?
Yes.
I mean, why would I? I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know them both.
If you could get Foles back right now, would you?
Would I take Nick Foles?
Yeah, right now over Hurts.
to get us the championship.
Fuck the championship. Would you take him back?
Nick Foles championship. I'm not talking about Chicago or Jacksonville or now he's in fucking Indianapolis.
Like right now, if you could swap
Jalen Hurts, we're 6-0. I'm taking Jalen Hurts, and Hurts we trust. He's got a 6-0. He earns the right to finish. He's earned that right to finish. He's got me to 6-0. I can't sit here and say, yo, thanks. Give me the keys. You got me to 6-0. I'm gonna give it to this guy. I can't do that.
So if you had the option, you wouldn't take Foles back.
Yo, and Hurts we trust. I'll tell you this.
Just keep it a buck.
Hurts said, yo, Jalen Hurts said the most realest thing I ever heard in my life when he said, yo, rent's due every day, and I don't plan on missing any payments. That's real.
Did he say that?
He said that. That's a quote unquote. I don't plan on missing any payments.
I don't know what fucking rent got to get paid every day, but hey.
Hey, but has he? But I'm saying he putting time in the gym though. He's 6-0. When you're not 6-0, I get it. You guys want to nitpick and look crazy. I know, I get it. When you're not 6-0, you look crazy. You want to talk crazy. You want to be. I get it. You guys don't get it because you're not 6-0. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Hey yo, what the
fuck?
fuck?
We're gonna revisit this conversation in the playoffs.
Yes, when you guys are not in it.
Wow.
And we're in it.
Yo, don't do that. Look, he's gonna attack you now.
That's
what I'm saying. When you're not in it and we're in it.
Your man said some bullshit, so now it's
I'm
fuck
just
my
saying,
team.
he said, yo, I don't know what rent,
team.
but he said, I don't know what rent he's paying. I said, you're not 6-0. Duh. I don't understand. I get it. Why it don't make sense to you because you're not 6-0.
Now it's fuck my team because his
shit
Hurt said some dumb shit.
Nah, Hurt said some real shit. We're 6-0. He's been paying rent.
Listen,
has he been late?
Every day.
Has he been late?
Every day.
Listen.
Has he been late with the rent? No. Has he been late with the rent?
Listen, man.
Huh?
He pays that rent every Sunday. Has he been late?
He's a rich man if he pays that shit every day.
And guess what? Rent's free this Sunday because we got the buy.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man. As long as we pass go, I'm cool.
Exactly. We've been passing go. We 6-0 and pass go too.
Ooh.
We got we bought up all the property. We got. Hold on. Let me look up. Hold on.
They're gonna ride this high horse.
You want to bring up Monopoly? Hold on. We're gonna bring up Monopoly.
They're gonna lose one and want to fire half the damn team.
No, listen.
It's only right,
Yeah, because look. He's talking
right
about
now.
Monopoly. We trumped down to start the season with Detroit. We took that property.
When we were 15-1, I
took the Vikings property
all season.
We took Washington's property. Jacksonville's property, Arizona, that's our property now, and Dallas.
I mean, Dallas was the first, was supposed to be the first challenge.
Texas. I heard they're selling cheesesteaks over there down in Texas, too. Shout out to Dallas for selling cheesesteaks, man. And now we're about to go take Pittsburgh.
Hey, man.
What about the Bills? How y'all feel about the Bills?
Do we got the Bills? Oh, you know what? We don't have the Bills, but you know what? As a team, I get it, Lou. Yeah. How do you guys feel about the Bills?
I like them as a squad. Allen, he show a different side of his talent every week. You know what I mean? He shows that he could be that guy. When he's in that moment, he's able to, project and do what he got to do to get his team to win.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, if it came down to the end, it was the Bills and Philly. I'm going to take Philly only because, I know too much of these niggas. I feel like if I don't take Philly,
I'm rooting for the Bills.
They're going to run it up on me.
I'm rooting for the Bills. Since y'all want to keep in the culture, I'm going to do the same thing.
Wow.
I'm rooting for the Bills.
What do you think the Bills going to do?
What you mean? New York. What you mean?
Oh, shit. You hear that?
Yo.
What you mean?
That's crazy. You sound crazy right now.
How?
I mean, you. I'm saying you a Saints fan. I'm saying you gonna root for the Bills.
You gonna take the Bills?
They're not in my division. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills. You want me to root for the same squad in my division?
Nah,
you sound crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna take Philly. I got too many.
See?
I got too many friends, bro, and all y'all motherfuckers are Philly fans. My best friend's a Philly fan.
See?
Shout out to my man, Wancho. I know you're a Philly fan, but sooner or later, you're going to wear that blue jersey, boy.
Never, Wancho. Shout out to you for being a Philly fan.
I'm just keeping it above.
Just keep it above.
How many Philly fans around me? I ain't rooting for them niggas.
You want to be the outcast, ain't you?
Well, he was. Didn't you root for them in 2018?
Hell no.
Yeah, man. What's his name?
I almost kicked you out the crib when them niggas won.
Hold on. Does
What
David
you talking about?
I was at his crib.
Does Cool Dave got a picture of you with an Eagles jersey on?
Never.
Oh.
He tried to sneak a picture of me. I was handing him his Eagles cup.
Oh, is that a real? Did that happen for real?
No, so listen.
Oh shit! I took a shot in the dark.
Listen,
for real.
There was some sports cups and shit we had bought. I forget who was even selling the shits, but anyway, he had to get them from my crib, right? I think, yeah, he had to get the cups from my crib. As I'm trying to give him his cups,
He snapped the flick.
he was trying to get a picture, acting like it was my cup and I was drinking out the shit or something. It was an Eagles cup. But I'm gonna go through the archive because I definitely got one of him with a Yankees cup in his hand and a Saints cup.
Yeah, but that's because we was all
no.
We was chilling. I didn't know where I was.
Don't say none of that.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just explaining
it's like
it.
when you lose a bet and you gotta wear the opposing jersey.
Well, yeah, well, we already know. How about this? Will you wear an Eagles jersey if we make it to the playoffs?
Hell no.
Because I'll wear a New Orleans. I will wear a New Orleans Saints jersey.
That's almost
a given. If you guys make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's almost a given. We know the Eagles are going to playoffs.
But will you wear it to the Super Bowl?
No.
If y'all win the Super Bowl.
How about that? Yeah.
Why? No. I'm not even rooting for y'all. Why would the fuck I wear the jersey?
I want that humiliation though. I want that.
No.
That's what I want. So
what do I get out of this deal?
If we don't make it, well, I said it can't be one. It can't be one-sided. If we don't make it, it's got to be. It's got to be fair, though, man. How about this? They're both NFC. If they both make it to the playoffs, and if whoever loses first,
we fuck around and end up playing, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever loses first,
the Saints ain't going to the fucking bowl.
I ain't say the Super Bowl.
Well, in the playoffs,
NFC.
Yeah, whoever loses first, right?
Out. We both NFC. How would we going?
But if they don't make it,
I heard you say we fuck around and play on. That's the first thing I thought about. I ain't think about it that deep, bitch. I just automatically knew that wasn't gonna happen. So.
Nah. So the route the squad is going, we might end up like a 6-7.
Yeah.
If Eagles continue with the way they playing right now, they probably gonna be the number one.
We have your first round pick. I hope y'all don't make it.
Listen, man.
You have your first round pick, and I hope y'all don't make it.
Listen, man. Either way, I ain't putting on no Eagles.
Something about James Winston, though.
Shout out to Carolina getting the first overall pick. Actually,
I got that shit in the bag.
In the bag, nigga. Bag it up.
I got that shit in the bag.
Zip
Reserve.
it up, nigga. That's us.
Bag it up. Bag it up. We need that first.
I'll take it. Who y'all think we gonna grab? No, let's not.
Quarterback.
A whole new squad.
Fuck. Do they got a whole new team option? Can we just take the whole team?
Can we just get the whole first round?
Can we mulligan?
When you go to draft, can we just draft a team instead of the Q? We just take the whole fucking squad.
That's crazy.
Carolina signs the whole squad.
Yo, I wonder if at some point in the season they'll just tank the rest of the shit.
They have to. That's just
the whole.
That works.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? And I'm sorry I'm getting off topic. That 50 joint with his son.
That's wild. And that's that my man, listen, I'm a strong believer in men taking care of their kids. I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't work out. But if you're gonna at least be financially in your kid's life, that's something it's something. But when you giving that child $6,700 a month, and he says that's not enough to take care of himself.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You need your ass beat. Your father needs to come back in your life and beat your ass up and down the steps. And then he can be there for real. And I don't know if his feelings are hurt because 50 wasn't there as a father. But to make a dumbass statement like that, $6,700 a month ain't enough. My dad was definitely not there. But even if he was, our income wasn't $6,700 a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you to say something like that drove me nuts, bro. That really set me off edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of backtrack that a little bit. So in a lot of the environments that we are accustomed to is single parent households, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
So a lot of times shit, I want to say maybe even 95% of the time, the moms is raising the kids on her own or whatever.
Yeah.
There's also, when there's money in play, there's a financial gain there for sometimes the mother. And sometimes it's malicious. And you got to understand that sometimes that mom is pumping the kids with this information. At a certain point, a kid don't know how much money is coming in a month until it's discussed.
Was he brainwashed?
The money's not going straight to the kid. So obviously, in order for you to know what that number is or how much money was getting given at any point in time,
you have to be
I had that conversation in detail. But how many times do we see kids that may not know their father during their kids' lives, but the moms is also saying, like, yo, if you ain't giving me money, you ain't seeing your kid. Yo, your pops ain't shit. This, that, and the third. So it's a lot of different aspects. And it seems like he might have been misled at some point in his growing up. Because I remember when 50 was early in his career, yo, he was with his son all the time.
Right. Look just like
you know what I'm saying? And the whole $6,700 a month thing, 50 Cent went and put himself on child support after he was giving the moms $500,000 a year, and she wanted him to give more. So he's like, yo, at some point, there has to be a ceiling somewhere.
Yeah.
So since you want more than the $500,000 that I'm already giving you, now we're gonna go. Now you're gonna get what the court tells me to give you.
That ain't shit either, because he was also giving his son $10,000 a month. That was his allowance.
Yeah,
his allowance was $10,000 a month.
Overall on their side, it's a bunch of mismanagement of funds. Like, there's no way you getting that much money. You know what I mean? And you saying that that's not enough to live. But yo, it's not supposed to be. Your other parent is supposed to be putting into that pool to build that 6,700 to another number. Even y'all should be in the 13,000 range. You're supposed to be matching that. And say it's not 50-50, 70-30, whatever. You telling me that on your mom's side of the situation, she couldn't bring in $3,000 a month, $3,500. 50 was saying that they've had plenty of conversations where he's like, yo, you're going to have to get a job. She ain't want to do it. Yo, the checks is going to stop coming. She ain't want to do it. Now everything stopped. And now they crying like they broke and this, that, and the third. Yeah, house got foreclosed. Like, yo, that's a mismanagement of funds. There's no way you getting all that money all them years and you don't capitalize on something else.
He's like 24, right?
He's 25.
Right. 25.
Wow.
So he's really not obligated. 50 ain't obligated to provide financially anymore.
And I don't and that's what I wasn't sure about the whole situation. So I don't know right now if he's getting that money per month. I don't know if 50 is still paying that or not. Because I think it stopped when he turned 18, I want to say.
But if you go to school, though,
I think he was just telling the story. Even if you're in school, it's only till 21.
Legally, he only has to pay so long. But
so even with school, it's only till 21. But even then, to sit here and say $6,700 a month is no money and you can't do nothing with that, almost talking about this shit like it's worthless. Yo, that's in the top 5% of what people make at a job.
And real quick, when was the last time y'all can call 50 a liar? When has 50 Cent ever lied publicly without having proof of without having a fact check?
Yeah. But we
50 said he's been trying to pursue a relationship with his son for so long, but his son is so malicious and his mom is so on him that his son is making all this shit up and saying all this crazy shit.
I didn't know that.
He eventually had to give up. I mean, you can only push for a relationship for so long.
Yeah, like I heard when he was on the Breakfast Club interview.
You understood that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to it.
50 was telling them that there's a couple times, like, you know, he moved to where his son was at or whatever, or he was trying to stay close and his son would move away, or, you know, and they would have a falling out that way, that the moms would be texting 50 as the son and going back and forth. At some point, when you get older, usually you want to find out your own answers, but you also got to remember, if you getting programmed with a certain type of information, you going to take it and run with it and be spiteful. You know what I mean? So it's no telling, because we only know what 50's putting out there and what the son is putting out there. What we do know that the mom herself put out there is that 50 used to give her $500,000. $500,000. And I don't even know for how many years that was, but yo, how do you fumble that bag? You know what I mean? How do you not have money to finish paying off your crib? Like, that's the part I don't get. But also, that's why at a certain point, when you get older...
But was that on the books or off the books?
It don't even matter.
Either way.
Well, I'm saying, who said it, though? 50 said it?
Both of them. She
the
said
mom
it.
said it.
He
Okay,
said
okay.
it, and he confirmed it.
You know what I mean? And that, so that was confirmed. Okay. She's the one who brung it up, and 50 just confirmed it. You know what I mean? That's how the whole song, Have a Baby by Me, Baby.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how that came about.
Okay.
And they added up the numbers and all that, you know what I'm saying? But at some point, when you get older, as you mature, you should want to seek your own relationship with that parent, because the story that you hear is not always true. There's three sides to every story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just the part that I don't get. Then he said, I'll pay my dad $6,700 to spend 24 hours with me. So it's like you're trying to cry out for help, but you're doing it in an attention-seeking way, because you ain't tell your pops that, but you went and told a media outlet that. You know what I mean?
It's pathetic.
Yeah. So like, why you didn't just go direct? You know, it's just so many things that could be malicious, and it just almost seems like that relationship is so far gone and there's no respect there. So, but it's no telling how much the moms, not to put everything on her or blame her or whatever, but it's no telling what information she has been feeding this kid for who knows how many years. So that's all he knows. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
There's only so much we can speak on, because you never know both sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
We know 50's a grimy motherfucker. We all know that.
But that's what it goes back to what he's saying.
But
there's the truth.
Right. And when
there's the
and when
he said what she said, and then the truth.
When you fact check, 50's never been the one to speak on something that's not true. He's never been the one to, if it's
the
not
proof is in the
true,
pudding.
and if it's against him, he just won't speak on it.
Okay.
So being a child that's never had his father in his life, for you to be ungrateful like that, bro, that shit got under my skin so bad, because 50 actually provided financially. My father never gave me any of that. So, I mean, he wasn't here and he didn't provide financially. My mother had to take care of us from the mud. I mean, she had to do what she can.
Shout out to her.
So that shit really got under my skin when you hear $6,700 a month. Fuck everything else. When you hear $6,700 a month isn't enough to take care of one child, I mean,
wild.
Yo, that shit is out of. Yo, that shit.
I found that shit crazy.
Yo, that shit really.
I don't even have a kid.
That shit makes you want to yoke that little motherfucker up. Like, he put himself out there to get hated by everybody. You know what I mean?
Not even hated by everybody, but hopefully real fathers that listen in on that crap and said, yo.
That's what made it get to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm here being a dad, and you have the audacity to say that's not enough.
You don't even got to pay no taxes on that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of fathers that are in their kids' lives can't provide $6,700 a month.
Word.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, that shit really.
And what you said,
there's 500,000 people that go work 40. There's some people that got a job right now. They could go work 120 hours, and they not gonna bring that home.
Hell,
word.
That's
you bringing this home without doing nothing,
and that's from your own doing.
Hell, you got people working overtime just to pay child support.
You were getting a lot more than that before y'all decided to go reaching out for more. Y'all was getting paid a whole lot more. Y'all was making enough money to live wealthy and be a wealthy family. Like, y'all, $500,000 a year, bruh. You had enough money to live wealthy and healthy,
thinking that that's gonna keep flowing.
So, but they
never
bought
gonna
$1 million crib.
Yo, like, what the fuck?
Why would you do that knowing that?
Think about it. How many years did he give her that $500,000? Just put a cap on it and say 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, most people don't see
How do you fumble that bag?
Most people don't see $2.5 million in their lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
And then for him to spend it on some like, yo, he not even taking care of me. He not doing this. He not doing that.
That's the worst part. The worst thing that a father can go through is for somebody to say, you don't take care of your kids. When you know wholeheartedly, that you provide and you do everything you can do for your child. For somebody to tell you to, not to your face, obviously, but for somebody to even put it out there, put that energy out there that you don't take care of your kids or you're not there for your kids, yo, that's the worst feeling in the world. For somebody to say something like that, that shit digs deep. That shit makes you want to fuck around and put somebody out. Know what I mean? Like, that shit.
Yeah, especially knowing like that money don't come out of nowhere. So obviously 50 is the one who's the breadwinner. Right. So he's not always gonna be around. He's not always gonna have that time. But y'all still worried about that 500,000 coming in. You still worried about that 6,700 coming in.
Let him miss a payment one time.
He's a breadwinner, so he got to go get it.
My fucking skin,
you know what
so
I mean?
bad,
and this, you know, there's a lot of people that are in situations like that, not with as much money, but you know, just in those situations in general. Now, mind you, that doesn't mean everybody who has a dad, their dad has always been there or take care of them. There are dads out here that ain't shit. That's just the reality of life.
Away from the ones that are,
it does take away from the ones that are. But it seems like when the ones that are trying to do something for their kids, that's when you start dealing with the bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they make it harder for the people that want to be involved in their kids' lives. They just make it harder on. Like, I would never understand that or ever understand somebody trying to put financial gain in order for somebody to be a father. Like, right. There's no way you're going to tell me, yo, you got to pay X amount of dollars in order to see your son. Like, that sounds crazy to me. You know what I mean?
It sounds corrupt. It sounds corrupt.
Just that system in general and the way that it works, you know, and it could go both ways. But there are fathers out here that want to be fathers and want to be involved in kids' lives. But you also have some of the women out here that are mothers that want the financial gain and don't even want the responsibility.
And if they can't get the financial gain,
so it's
if they can't get the financial gain, you don't get to see the child. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, that's wild.
Now, I know.
Oh, you ain't got no money for me? Nah, I can't come see you.
I know more.
Nah, you can't come pick him up.
Like, I know more good fathers than I can count with my hands.
Yep.
Shout out to them.
Real shout out to
get
them.
Under my skin. I'm glad you brought it up, but that shit get under my skin, bro. It's hard to even talk about shit like that.
It is, yo. And I guess being a father, you know what I mean, we take it a little bit more touchy,
bro,
because of the subject. But I've seen it. I've been through it myself. I've seen other people go through it.
Yeah, me too.
It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. Yeah. And you know, people that know me know I do whatever I got to do. It is what it is.
Facts.
But
that drive to and from New York.
It's a dirty game, drive.
Shout out to Ray too. Raymundo, I see you, bro. You a good father, man. You my cousin. You a good father. See what you do with Audi, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the good fathers out there who's actually trying to provide and do things and be in their kids' lives. Even through trials and tribulations, you still do what you got to do to be there for your kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't make it easy, but we ain't giving up either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm blessed to be able to wake up with my kids every day. I'm blessed to be able to provide for my kids every day and to be able to see them every day and interact with them every day. So, yo, that shit really, it gives me cold chills and it breaks my heart when I see good fathers that aren't able to be in their kids' lives only because, like, not because they don't want to, but because they don't have the opportunity to. And it really, that shit, it touches a nerve, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Fuckery, man. Fuckery.
It touches a nerve in a different way. Like, shout out to Scar. That drive to New York ain't easy. For somebody that has their child in a different state, bro, that just shows how much of a good father you are, that you're willing to take that extra mile and not let that put a dent in your relationship, bro.
And it's hard knowing that people are going through this on the regular.
That aren't able to do what you can do. You know what I mean? That's, yo, because some people are really sitting at home like, yo, like that hurts, bro. Like, it hurts. And you think about it, YK Osiris, that's a real, that hurts him a lot. Like, it's a big it's big on the whole reason on why he's so suicidal and it's a cry out for help right now. Not only does he feel like nobody's really fucking with him right now in the game, but he's not able to see any of his kids. He has 2 baby moms. He can't see any of his kids right now. They're not letting him see any of his kids. So when you don't have the one thing I can say is when you don't have a pot to piss in, when you don't have nothing in this world and you have nothing to call yours, having kids and being able to interact with your kids and having your kids in your life overtops everything.
Absolutely.
So when you don't have a pot to piss in and then you realize that you don't have your kids, that you can't see your kids and you can't interact with your kids, you really start feeling like there's no other reason to live in life. And for everybody to be jumping on his live and talking about, yo, he's really crying out for attention and he's being an attention seeker. Yo, y'all gotta really realize that depression is real. Depression is a real thing.
Absolutely.
That shit doesn't only occur in females. You can think men are as hard as y'all want to, but men go through depression too. Yep. And that shit isn't nothing to play with. There's not nothing to be joking around with. Instead of sitting there saying he's crying for attention and he needs to get off the live and man up, somebody really needs to be putting their arm around this man, around this kid, because he's a kid, bro. He ain't grown enough to be
young.
Yeah, he's young. He's a kid. Somebody really needs to put their arm around this kid and tell him everything's gonna be all right and help him get right. Depression is a real thing. So it's not a game to fucking play with. It's not something that you can joke around with. When he ends up bodying himself and running his car over a bridge, then everybody's gonna be, oh shit, damn, somebody should have been there for him.
Yeah.
But when there's a million people commenting and talking about, yo, he's just crying out for help. He's just crying for attention and he's being an attention seeker. He's trying to blow back up. Depression is real. Y'all need to take that shit serious. And anybody that's really close to him and has access to him needs to wrap their arm around him and really be there for that kid, bro.
Facts.
Absolutely. And that's another thing too. Like, again, the power that a family that you know is yours and kids that you know is yours, or even kids that you father that are not yours, like just having that aspect of life to be able to hone on and grow to, it's like for that to be taken away because you can't provide at a certain period, you might be down in your life at that moment or whatever, but for that to be possibly taken away or be put against you because you can't provide financially is insane to me. And again, I want to focus on shouting out good fathers, because no matter what, if you're a good father, you're going to try to figure out whatever you got to figure out to be part of your kids' lives. You're going to do what you got to do. You're not going to give up. You're going to keep fighting. And that's just a fight that we have on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And the fathers that ain't shit, yo, fuck y'all 100 times over.
Y'all make us look bad,
yo,
bro.
I know, like for example, me, I used to drive over 3 hours to go pick my son up faithfully. You know what I'm saying? Yo, there's people that live in the same city as they kids and don't see them for years. Yeah. That shit is crazy to me, bro.
Wow.
That shit is bugged the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense. So for the women that are hearing this or gonna hear this, like, yo, if you got a kid's father in your life that wants to be there, let him be there. Just because he's down at the moment don't mean he gonna be down forever. He gonna bounce back. And if he want to be in his kids' lives, let him be in his kids' lives. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes being there emotionally is better than being there financially.
Hell yeah.
You might be able to give your kids all the money in the world, but if you ain't there for the advice, if you ain't there for the bad nights, if you ain't there to pick them up when they down, if you ain't there to help them through a bad breakup when they think they done fell in love and they can never fall in love again, if you ain't there for none of that, all that financial and all that money you done put in,
that financial shit is nothing, bro.
Nothing.
You got to build memories with your kids, man. You got to build memories. Like, yo, we both got young kids. They play games or whatever. Yo, I could spend $1,000 on my son right now on V-Bucks or whatever and it could be for a monumental day or for something that he achieved, did good on or whatever. yo, you think he's gonna remember that I bought him some V-Bucks, or that I was with him on his birthday, or that I spent time with him on Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He not gonna remember shit about no V-Bucks. He gonna spend that. Yo, that come all the time. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that my father was here.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different type of feeling, bro. To know that there's some women out here that take that away from fathers that are actually trying to be there, and because they can't provide financially so that they can do whatever it is they're trying to do with this money, is insane to me, bro. It's insane to me.
And cool, Dave, I hope you take advantage of everything going around you.
Oh no, I do. I got to see my man Raymundo. I got to see great fathers in my neck of the woods, and that's including y'all.
Not even that, and you know, even stepped up, like you know, with your situation being an uncle.
Yeah, but I don't.
You stepped up tremendously where somebody was absent. You know what I mean? I've seen that. I've done it. You know, obviously, you know, your family is like my family.
Likewise.
And so I know exactly, you know, what that situation is hitting for. And I've seen you step in to where a kid, there's a certain point where, of course, every kid needs his moms. But there's certain peaks of life, especially as a young man growing up, where a child at some point needs advice from a father figure of some sort.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And for you to be able to step in as that, being an uncle, you was able to fill that void that a kid could possibly have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids that don't get that void filled, and it's sometimes just due to spite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to the good uncles too, man. I'm not the only one, so.
Yeah, anybody, and it don't even got to be kids that you birthed yourself. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like taking on the responsibility of what somebody else is lacking. You know, you gain bonus children. You know what I mean? And it just, there's responsibilities out there. Some people know how to take care of them and some don't.
Yeah.
But when there is people trying to take care of that responsibility, let them do it, man. Let them do it. Because that not only does it affect the people involved, you got to think about how it's going to affect the children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To think, yo, why my dad's not here? Yo, why my mom say bad things about my father? Or yo, why my father say bad things about my mother? You know, it could go both ways. But a lot of the scenarios that we see often is usually the woman has some type of grudge against the father, you know, and it's just unfortunate. But again, we also have the fathers that ain't shit. Fuck y'all once again. You know what I mean? And they could live down the street and won't come see their kids. Yeah. Don't take care of their kids. But the girl that they with or next relationship or whatever, they'll have kids. Yeah. And you want to be a father to them, but not your own kid. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. It's a lot of different situations. It's a lot of people out here in the world that ain't shit. But for the people that are out here trying and want to be part of a family or be in their kids' lives, y'all don't even have to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Just be on good terms so that the kids could have their parents. And that's it.
Yeah. Facts. Well said.
Shout out to good dads.
Yo, word up, man. Shout out to good dads, man. Yeah.
On another note, Sue Surf.
Ooh, my man Sue Surf, man, on top of his game right now.
Just got done a fire battle.
His past, for the last 2 years, Sue Surf been on fire. He had a lot of things coming down the pipeline.
Gun bar king.
A lot of business that he was getting ready to do. And unfortunately, my man got caught up in a situation in New Jersey. But he has just been indicted on a RICO.
Yeah, I seen that. Okay, RICO. It was a RICO. Okay,
RICO indictment. Yep.
And I heard him speaking to Calico, and he was speaking to Aver. And the one thing that struck me was, like they said, battle rap will never be the same without Sue Surf. Ever.
You think?
Never.
Shit. Not only that,
Sue Surf is one of the biggest impacts in URL.
And for sure.
For somebody to say, yo, we're never going to be able to watch a Sue Surf battle again, that shit hits hard. I mean.
For sure. And not only the battle rap world, again, we talking fatherhood. This is somebody that got kids. This is somebody that, is now going to be taken away as the provider. Like, he's not getting small money in these rooms when he's battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting to the bag.
Mind you, he did 5 years. And when he came home, he was able to be in his kids' lives and be able. I mean, that changes a man in a lot of ways. And like he was saying, he's not the same Sue Surf he was 3 years ago. Sue Surf was really to the point now in the game where he was really turning around and becoming more of a businessman than a gang member. So for life to hit him as hard as
you would say that he was transitioning to more like a more to move.
For sure, and he said it himself. If you listen to that interview, that phone call, he said it himself. He said, "Yo, within the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I went from being this big crip to becoming a different man, and I was kind of transitioning from that to a businessman. And for them to hit me hard right now at this point in my life," he said it.
Because from what I understand, the charge, I don't know exactly what the charge is, but
charges.
I know it was old. Whatever it was, the charge was supposedly old, allegedly. But that also goes to show you, right? Like, we grew up in places where gangs and shit is normal. Living in the hood is normal shit, right? But at what point do you say, it don't gotta be fuck everybody, but at what point do you say, yo, I gotta focus on me? Like, fuck all this gang and this, that, and the third. Like, yo, all that shit has been doing lately, like, all that does is make you a real nigga that's locked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I do right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what age do you be like, yo, I gotta prioritize on my family? Like in his situation, like he said, the last 2-3 years he been making that transition. But what took so long? You was already getting to the bag. You was already doing what you had to do when you got out.
Yeah.
Why didn't that chapter for you switch when you came home?
Right.
Like, like, it's just an unfortunate situation, and I get it, because I know people that's in that lifestyle. I know people that's part of that lifestyle, and I understand. You know what I mean? And I've been around it enough to know what that is. I got somebody in my family that I used to be with every day who also got indicted on a RICO. So I understand how that hits home, and I understand how it affects everybody around you, especially as a breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? So that's, now you got kids with no pops. Now you got whoever you was financially supporting, they just lost that.
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you think about the big picture first and put that other shit to the side, man? You know what I mean? And unfortunately, in his situation, he was trying to do that, and he was in the process of doing it, but it was a little too late.
And it's difficult. I mean, that's your way of living, and that's the way that you know how to live and survive. So even when, that's what they don't realize. Like, Lil Baby, if you think about it, Lil Baby was probably one of the biggest drug dealers ever. He was out here getting money.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. So they had to pay this man, allegedly. They had to pay this man. They were offering to pay this man just to keep him out of trouble. Whatever he was making out in the street, they would give him that money just for him to stay in the studio. So it's hard to give up that lifestyle, even when you know you can make a whole lot more money doing something else. That's what you're used to. That's how you know how to survive.
See, but so in a starter stage, I understand that. It's like, yo, I could be on the block all day. I could go get 15, 20 real quick. Just rocking out a day or two. I'm going out. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? So when you first starting off, you just in the studio. Like, yo, ain't no money coming in. That, you don't pop overnight as in the music industry. So I could understand that in the beginning stages, right? But now you in the point in your life where you're doing these battles, and I don't know, again, who he's financially supporting, what he's putting out per month or whatever, but I do know in these battles, you getting that bag. You getting 15, 20.
Battle rap ain't what it used to be.
Like, at that point,
30s right
you
now.
got to make some different decisions and start to separate yourself from the pack, because at some point, especially when you going around and that's what you repping, that's cool, but you also got to know what come with that. So whatever your gang is doing while you doing the business side of shit, and you still repping that, when they get caught up and they wrap everybody up, you still part of that. The business shit you doing, that's not gonna come out in court. Only the fucked up shit y'all was doing is gonna come out in court, allegedly. But
the rappers think
at some point you got to know how to separate yourself.
Rappers think they're untouchable. Is the problem when you become famous and you become this famous rapper? You just think that you're untouchable and you're not. You figure Young Thug is going through a RICO as well. Gunna is going through a RICO as well.
Yeah.
So it's you. Yo, when you get to a point where you're financially able to leave that all behind for all these new upcoming rappers, y'all gotta leave that shit alone.
Yeah, but that money gets addicting.
Fuck rappers.
That money gets addicting.
It's not even only rappers. It's everybody.
And I get it. Like fucking King Von. You know what I mean? They was getting money and giving half of it back to the block. I get it. You came up with these guys. This is what you. But everybody has a way. Everybody has a choice.
You gotta have an exit plan.
You gotta have an exit plan. So if you're the one that had that exit plan and you made it out, don't feel bad that everybody else didn't. Don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna give $500,000 so they can flip it with drugs and shit, and then put yourself in a position where you can get caught up in a RICO. That's all it takes. That's all it takes is for them to prove that you're financially giving them money to sell drugs, and you're the financial branch to the fucking gang. That's all it takes for them to drop a RICO. That's it. It doesn't take much. They don't have to build a huge case around you. They just have to have that little bit of proof. Them guys, you might think that they loyal to you, but when you're feeding 30 motherfuckers, like when Lil Durk is in that room in $1 million worth of game with $1 million on the table and 40 niggas behind them, 2 or 3 out of them 40 ain't gonna be the loyal motherfuckers that you thought. 2 or 3 out of them 40 are gonna be the guys that either rob you or they're gonna be the guys that tell on you when it all goes down. You know what I mean? Like 2 out of 40 motherfuckers not being loyal isn't uncommon. You know what I mean? You can't have a circle of 40 guys and think that all 40 of them are loyal.
That's why.
You know what I mean?
That's why when they round up the RICO charges,
don't punish the ones that are.
There's somebody that's right putting that pen to paper.
It's not, it's stupidity. For you to think that your whole block is loyal and that you're gonna get away with all this shit is dumb. There's always gonna be that one kid that catches a charge, or that one kid that is hungry and you're not feeding him as much as he wants you to be, for him to either get you or tell on you. Leave the block alone. You're making enough money to do well for your family. Everybody has a choice. They can all get money some way, somehow. You were blessed with a talent and you made it out in a way that they couldn't. Don't feel bad and think that you gotta feed motherfuckers from the block. That shit doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Let them find their own way out. It's cool. It's cool to come back and give back to the community, but for you to continue feeding a gang with the way that you're feeding them, to support the drugs, to support all the criminal activity, for you to come back and financially give them money to do dumb shit like that, is putting you in a position where you can lose everything.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say not to feed them, but put them in a different position. You know what I mean? So like if you really want to help them, it's like the saying goes: teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. If you give a man a fish, you only gonna feed him for a day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, teach him. Yeah. You had it right.
If you putting them in position to do something better, and then they fold and they still on the same bullshit, that's, you also got to know when to cut somebody off. You know what I mean? You can only give a lifeline so many times before you learn that lesson.
Hell yeah.
So it's just a different. So I wouldn't say stop feeding them, but put them at least try to put them in a different position. And if they show their colors, or they not changing, or they not going in the direction that you're trying to go, then slowly venture off from that.
But if they're those guys, they will be in your tighter circle. You know what I mean?
It's possible.
These guys that they're going back to.
I don't get that. I don't understand that.
These guys, when Lil Durk was in that room with all that money and all them people.
Okay.
If you look at all them people that was behind him.
Okay.
Really count and find out how many of them are actually in his small circle that he actually rolls around with.
Okay.
If them motherfuckers were smart like that, like if he thought they had potential to be somebody and be great, they wouldn't be in the project still. They'd be in his circle doing things that he needs them to do. They just giving money away.
Well, I think he still claims a gang though.
They giving money away. They giving money away to flip that money. They think that they can give away a $500,000. They can flip it, whatever. He gonna get a little kickback. They gonna eat too. It doesn't work that way, bro. Once you get to a certain level, you need to stay on your level. It's cool to come back and give back to your community, y'all. But be proud that you're successful. Be proud that you made it out. Be proud that you're where you are. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to lose it all just because you think you owe something to somebody. You don't owe anything to anybody. Nobody helped you get where you are. And even if they did, they're in your circle. If somebody helped you get where you are today, 9 times out of 10, they're still in your circle. But for the 40 and 50 motherfuckers that you're going back and feeding, none of them gave you anything to get where you're at today. You don't owe them anything. It's cool to give back, but you don't have to feel like you have to go back there and be a part of something that you used to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah,
like I said,
I've been in the situation, so I understand both sides of it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But there's also, as I started venturing off into different things, you know, I would relay that information like, yo, this about the pop. This what's going on. This, you could make different moves, put yourself in position to do something else. Some people was with it, willing to listen. Other people wasn't. Yeah. Some people stuck in their ways and getting to it how they know how to get to it. And some people know how to make that transition and venture off into different things. So it all depends. At the end of the day, you can only help who wants to be helped. The person that's stuck in their ways is going to be stuck in their ways. And no matter how much bread you give them, you're not going to change their mind.
That's a fact.
They're worried about the flex.
The flex, the credit, the street credit, whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, you should. If you're a friend, don't assume. No.
But
don't ever assume.
But when you know,
don't ever assume.
When you know, you know.
Well, you should know then. It should be facts then.
When you know,
I don't know that. I don't know him or his gang or his team, so I can't. I'm not gonna say I know. I'm just gonna say okay. I know my team. I know I know I have a short leash on my team, and I'm solid all the way around. Not perfect, but I'm solid. So you take that and you weigh that yourself, and that's for every person. You be like, okay, is this guy good for me? Is bad for me?
Yeah, small circles.
You make that. Yeah, you make that decision yourself. You just gotta watch. The eyes will tell you everything. Just watch. You see bullshit. You'll see fuckery. Yeah. You'll see it right plain in your face, and you just sit back and watch and say, you know what? Okay, I get it. Let me fall back then. I know my place now. Let me chill.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to save a little time to talk about the man in the headlines, the big man in the headlines right now. He stays in the headlines. We talk about him a whole lot. Mr. Kanye West.
Oh, man.
Kanye. My guy, man, you're making it real hard for me to like you anymore, Kanye. You really making it difficult for me to defend you.
Bro, this man is in the news every week.
You remember when I said,
love you, Kanye,
I was going to vote for Kanye, and Scar said it'd be you and him? It's him. It's just him now. He lost
that vote.
He lost the one vote that he had. Because right now, he's not convincing me. I don't
know. Nori said he was going to vote for him, too. So
yeah, Nori
I think that was a cap.
Nori bluffed a lot. Nori said a lot. Now, I mean, this is what kills me. Nori co-signed a lot of the shit in the interview. So for him to go on the Breakfast Club and say that he didn't realize the shit that Kanye was saying is
Tell
bullshit.
the people what interview you talking about. That way, for the people that don't know.
The Kanye interview on Drink Champs, which is if you don't know about it, then you're not tuned in. Because that shit is really
Which
everywhere.
is now deleted.
But allegedly, somebody in this room has a copy of the interview. You could jump in the comments and ask for it. I might hop in your inbox and let you know about it. But somebody in this room right now has a copy of the interview. So if you haven't heard it, hop in the comments. Let us know you haven't heard it. And I might, in my good graces, I might be able to tell you, point you in the right direction and show you who has it. So, like I said.
Where you get the scoop.
Yo, Kanye West said a lot. He was, just to give you a little bit, he said a lot about Jews. He called Meek Mills a Fed. The biggest thing was, which he's being sued for now, he said that George Floyd wasn't killed by the knee. He was killed by a fentanyl overdose.
Wow.
George Floyd's family is now suing him for $250 million. It's got to be one of the biggest lawsuits ever.
Bullshit.
$250
I don't agree with what he said, but that lawsuit was some bullshit.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking dollars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's not no light shit. That is a lot of dollars. And I get it.
That's $250 million.
I get it. He said hurtful things that shouldn't have been said. But $250 million. Now, is that just because he said?
Exploit.
Is that just because he proved to us that he's the richest black man in the world?
That's an exploit, man.
Is that because you know that he has?
Now,
if
for sure,
if Ye,
for sure,
if Ye's net worth was $1 million, would you have sued him for $250 million?
Absolutely not.
Would you crunk down the numbers and say, "I'm gonna fuck it"?
It's an exploit, hoping on a settlement. And whoever gave that direction, that's what they're trying to do is a financial gain at that point.
So you don't think he's gonna? You don't think what Lou was saying that they're gonna be able to crack?
That lawsuit's getting thrown out
without no settlement?
No settlement.
I think it'll settle for less.
I don't think it's gonna settle.
I think it'll settle for a lot.
I don't think it's gonna even get a court date.
We'll have to see on that. We'll talk about it.
So you mean to tell me this information that he got from, I believe it was a documentary.
It wasn't information.
It was information.
It was false information.
Regardless, it was information.
But it was false.
That's already published somewhere in a location.
And there might be a secret lawsuit somewhere that we don't know about. Okay. But for a public figure to say some hurtful and false things about a loved one,
and I'm not saying what he said was right.
They're able to sue for defamation. They're
not getting $250 million.
I know they're not getting $250
I don't think.
I know that for a fact.
250 M's. That's crazy.
But I think it will settle.
Nah.
Within $1 million or $2 million, it will settle for, and they will get a check.
Nope.
I think they will get a check.
What will be the settle number then?
How many news media and outlets?
It's gonna be low.
And people that was on news channels getting interviewed when all that bullshit was even happening.
But
they was all saying the same shit.
Not everybody is worth suing.
Yeah.
You understand?
CNN is not worth suing. Fox News is not worth suing.
It depends who
they
you're
got
talking
money
to.
too.
But it depends who you're talking to.
The lawyers must agree with it because they must have.
It depends who you're talking to.
Filed.
Now the lawyer getting paid no matter what.
I don't think they would sue a media like
lawsuits. Lawyers always win. They don't lose.
I don't think they would sue like a news company because they're reporting news. They're reporting news that comes from. They have a source somewhere that they got it from, and they're reporting it.
Okay.
Kanye is a public figure. He is a big public figure, a rich public figure.
Yeah, he's known for money. Yeah, he's got money, a lot of money.
Not to say they're taking advantage of the fact that he's rich, because that would be wrong.
Yeah.
But the number is because of who he is. The amount of money that they're suing for is because of who he is.
And not because of what he said?
Well, because he said for sure. Because of what he said for sure. But I'm saying the amount of money.
Oh yeah, it was because of his.
Is because of who he is.
Hell yeah.
Now, if Meek Mills would have said the same thing, they would have went after Meek. The number would have been a whole lot lower.
So hell yeah.
But they still would have went after him and sued him for defamation as well.
Try to get money off of him. Yeah, try to get money.
It was going to happen. I think they'll win the case. I think it'll get settled. It's definitely not.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
Throw me
not a lot.
Throw me a number.
1 or 2.
What, M's?
1 or 2 M's.
What, 1.2 or you're talking about
1 or 2? 1 or 2.
Okay. Just 1 or 2 M's.
250 is
ridiculous.
And you know they tell you when you sue somebody, you want to aim for the highest number, and you know,
and hope to settle somewhere in between.
250 is so high that It's so high. It's somewhere where we will never be able to reach.
Nigga, that shit is high as hell.
250 is way up there.
Of them smackers.
So I think the whole interview, if they watched the whole interview, that kind of based them and put them in a position where they picked that number. Because if you think about it, Kanye talked about being the richest black man in the world. He talked about the deal that he was offered, which was a baby M. I mean, a baby B.
Baby B.
Yeah, about to say baby B.
So when you're talking about shit like baby B's, baby billions, in your mind, you're like, yeah, if I'm gonna sue this motherfucker, I'm gonna take what I can get.
Yo, the lawyer was probably watching the interview with his feet kicked up.
Like,
he said $1 billion.
We got it. Did he say $1 billion?
Let's go for 250.
Yeah,
250. That's
I'm
chump
assuming
change
for half of that. You know what I mean? Did he say a baby B? He must have big B's. I'm assuming for half of one.
Of course.
So I think they'll win that case, and I think they'll get something. I just don't think they'll get nowhere near that amount. But the fact that he put himself out, and mind you, somebody's gonna settle out. They're not just suing Kanye. They're suing Kanye's associates. They're suing Kanye's media outlet, whoever it is that he surrounds himself with, the people in charge of putting out content.
They're not getting that.
They're suing Drink Champs. So that means they're suing P. Diddy.
But they're not gonna.
They're
suing, but they're not gonna get anything.
Somebody
I'm with Josh
is gonna
on this
pay
one.
up. They're not gonna lose every single one of them battles. Somebody is gonna pay up, which makes it worth the lawsuit.
It's freedom of speech, though. He's allowed to say that, though.
Yeah, so
freedom of speech isn't free, bro.
Yeah, but you also can't put a lawsuit on multiple entities. So
he's worth billions. He's got an ill lawyer team behind his back too.
Money from specifically
Kanye is who they're requesting the amount from.
So do we know the amounts of any other other lawsuits?
The details of the lawsuit ain't even out yet. The lawsuit being published is that's we know that, but they haven't released any details on the lawsuit. Who's in the lawsuit? How many of them are in the lawsuit? The amounts of money. They know that Kanye specifically is being sued for $250 million, but they haven't got information on anybody else. But it's definitely there. And once that shit comes out, we'll be able to tell. I mean, who they're suing, what they're suing them for, and we'll be able to judge whether it's gonna happen or not.
Time will tell. Time is of the essence.
Well, like I said, in the lawsuit, whether you on the defense or not, the people that always win is the lawyers. They getting paid regardless. Now, and if you're a pro bono lawyer, of course you're gonna shoot for the highest number possible.
Oh, for it.
Cause you're getting 33%.
Yeah, and it's all they all know they all fucking know each other, man.
Would you try for no reason?
It's a fact
to get $250 million,
especially after what he said. Would you say you're sitting back with your feet up?
Say the shit that you say. This is where freedom of speech becomes non-free when you say shit like Kanye said.
Well, you become a target.
We ain't gonna dig deep into it because he did say a lot of shit that I don't agree with. He did say some shit that makes sense. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah, he has some.
But at the end of the day, there's shit that you shouldn't say. There's shit that is very hurtful, especially somebody that's already deceased. That's somebody you shouldn't even be bringing back up.
Yeah,
because that shit,
who did he bring up deceased?
George
for the
Floyd.
Audience. Yeah, George Floyd. I'm sorry.
So
I thought you brought up somebody else.
For you to bring, not only because of it being a public thing and something that happened publicly, but for you to bring something like that up, it just brings the hurt and the pain back to the family members that are listening.
I agree.
So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, I do believe that they'll get something from it. I believe Kanye was completely fucking wrong in saying what he said, but we'll see how it plays out. We're not the judges here, and
and again, to reiterate my point, I don't agree with what Kanye said. But the $250 million is a little crazy.
It's outrageous. I don't agree with that either. That's what I don't agree with. Yeah, I don't.
But my thing is, right? So as far as Drink Champs, and this is what made me a little disappointed with Nori, he was so focused on what the engagement of a Kanye West interview was going to do that he didn't care to protect Kanye from the self-destruction. Mind you, this is not a live interview. So you have the footage, you have the ability to cut out what should be cut out.
That's a fact.
So knowing that that's in there, and then to try to turn around and say you didn't know what he was saying is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like at some point, like your show is all about giving people their flowers, this, that, and the third. You also got to be able to protect the stars that you do get up there from any type of self-destruction. You know what I mean?
But to Nori's defense, though, I mean, you're worth you having a guy who's worth, $1 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that, okay, yeah, I know you're on my show. You know what I'm saying? We're both brothers. Yeah, we both did a lot of things in the hip hop game or the hip hop community. I get it. But you know what I'm saying? If you're on a higher platform than me, and I'm Nori, you're worth bills. I'm worth maybe a couple mil.
Nah.
You should have a level of an intelligent when you got to sit down and say, okay, I can't be talking like a goofy nigga, or I can't be talking like I'm Noriega. I'm not Noriega. I'm Kanye.
Yeah, but Kanye,
you feel me?
Kanye is always going to be Kanye.
You're worth bills. Like you people make it seem like Nori and Kanye hang out all the time. They don't.
Yeah,
they're different brackets.
Kanye says dumb shit all the time.
You gotta understand that.
Yeah, but
the thing is,
that's
because
not
that's
my
like
gripe,
it's like
though.
you gotta if that's the case, get on what's his name? The other guy, the Joe Rogan. He was on his podcast and he was talking crazy too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Joe Rogan isn't. Nori was supposed to look out for Kanye for the culture. Nori knows the shit that Kanye has been into.
He's crazy. I get it.
Nori not that he's
Not even that he's crazy,
but he's been on some shit. Like Kanye's been saying some shit for the last 2 weeks. So Nori, knowing what he's gonna come on there and say, he should have, for the culture. And if he really cared about Kanye the way that he says he does, he would have stopped, not stopped Kanye from saying that, but you have full control of the footage. The shit wasn't live.
You could chop it up.
You were able to cut that George Floyd shit right out. You knew that shit was gonna destruct him in a way that there was $250 million is what you could have saved.
Which is why he led off with the Twitter shit. Which is why he led off with the clickbait, because Nori at that point in time was more worried about the views and the impact of the engagement
of his
versus
show.
protecting the black artists.
Drink Champs is very successful. Drink Champs does not need Kanye. So that's just a greedy. That's just being greedy.
I don't know. I mean,
I can't say no. I'm not
that,
gonna go
man.
that far.
That's a little harsh
because the Kanye interview that they did was the biggest interview that he had.
But we can't say that Drink Champs was not successful without Kanye.
Drink Champs has a responsibility.
I don't even think he was trying to hurt him.
Protect the people from the culture, knowing that potentially what they're saying is going to bring backlash to them and cause some type of self-destruction.
I think Nori thought it was big hits.
You have full control of that information and how you dispose it to the people. You know what I mean? And to purposely put it out there with the clickbait portion of the video. Like the interview was 3 hours. You took that 5 minute, 3 minute, chopped it up, and that was your main clips that you was putting out on Twitter, putting out on Instagram, because you was worried more about your personal gain.
The show, he wanted,
his own self-destruction. Like, if you a show for the culture, you're supposed to protect the people that's in that culture. You're not supposed to help them in their own self-destruction.
Exactly.
That was my disappointment in that.
We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how things roll. I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk about it. So we'll talk about it again when things actually get rolling, because the lawsuit's not going away. So we'll see how everything plays out and how everything rocks. I do want to say this is our first time actually recording video, so I hope y'all enjoy it. Everything we do is for the fans. Y'all asked for it. Y'all receive it.
Facts.
Everything y'all ask for it in the comments. Y'all ask for topics. We address it. We talk about it. Y'all asked for video. Y'all wanted to see what the scenery was like. Y'all wanted to see where we record. I hope y'all like it. Hope y'all. I appreciate y'all following. I appreciate everything that y'all do.
Hope y'all enjoyed the vibes.
We wouldn't be where we are without y'all, and we'll continue to grow with y'all. So
it's a process.
Yeah, we're going to go.
It's a process.
So we appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoy episode 5, and we're going to take y'all out with the M.A.D.E track.
This that feeling like we on the block, where we chop it up and just be cutting up a lot. Nothing's off the record, nothing's taboo. This is real life talk from 3 solid dudes. From gaming, sports, music, and business. We go all in on topics that's trending. We just put a little twist on it and hip you to the game while giving you street knowledge. Scar Lou, keep it a buck. And Cool Dave, there's nobody cooler than us. We 3 guys, we stay live, no faking us. Unique takes and perspectives, that is a must. So come and join the wave. When you tap in, you're sure to be entertained. The realest podcast in the game. What can we say? We got it made. What can we say? We got it made. What can we say? We got it made.